Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and I'm trying to think about, I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, whether it's going to be a yarn chat or a Bella Coco chat, a chat about Crochet Society. I just wanted to excuse the look of what I look like today. I got some kind of like cold / virus or something from, probably just a really bad cold from the kids in my class. And so I have really bad congestion, sort of kind of throat, the sniffles. So I did opt out of going to church today. I'll watch it online. I just didn't want to spread the garbage that I'm feeling anywhere else. I took a NyQuil last night and I went to sleep and I slept through the night. The only bad thing about that is now my head feels really full. But I was able to do a lot of crocheting on Saturday. I did a little crocheting through the week, and I finished the baby blanket that I'm making for my new nephew. This is what it looks like. It's just a simple pattern. I might write up the details in the description box if you're dying for it. I started with a chain of I think 123. Then I moved one chain from the hook and did 122 single crochets. Then I did a half double crochet, and then I did this bobble double crochet, this bobble double crochet. So I started with a double crochet, chain one, skip one, bobble, chain one, skip one, double crochet. And then here for this row, I should have just done a row double crochet, but for some reason I didn't. I did a single crochet, half double crochet, then a new color, which was the double crochet, and then a half double crochet, then a single crochet, and then the bobble. And that's what it was. The yarn that I used for this beauty came from this book. I got this as my subscription box. And I made the little lion, but as you can see, even with his crooked little face, you mostly use the yellow oranges. You only use this tiny bit of mint and that tiny bit of gum, and this one here makes it look like it's only got a blue eye, but I put both colors there. There you go, that's a little better. So anyway, I took those 3 colors and put it in for my blanket. So, and then a bit ago, she had this in the Past Box Shop for $10. Of course, for Americans with shipping and handling, it ends up being about $20. But I bought it, and so that's the yarn that I used. Let's see if I can find the names for you, if you have it. I just was calling it aqua, teal, and cream, but she's got some names for it. I don't know. Certainly wasn't just peachy or limoncello. Maybe it's buttermint, candy floss, and icing sugar. I'm not 100% sure. But this is what it looked like. Now, I thought about going to Hobby Lobby and trying to find colors similar to this and writing it up. Then also, these 2 other colors, I don't know what Bella Coco box I got them out of. This is kind of a gray, and then it's a light blue. But I know it's her. It's that same DK confection. I really love the DK confection. I don't know what the equivalent is in America. Obviously, I know what a DK is, but the consistency of the yarn is so different compared to like Red Heart or even Caron Simply Soft. I don't know what to call it. Like when you pull it apart, you can see that it's strands, but it does go so round. I don't know. Here's a bigger example. It's the same here. I've got a hot mess going on over here, you guys. This is the similar, but this is like the chunky version. Do you see how you can barely see the strands twisted together? Obviously they are. Here's an example. Here's the piece that started to fray. Like obviously this is like 8-ply, I'm guessing. You can see that the strands are there, but once they get twisted together, it's so smooth. like a tube, like a noodle. I don't know. I just love it. So if you're like in America, I have not found a yarn like this. And to be fair though, where I live in Wisconsin, I can go to Hobby Lobby, Joann's, or Michael's. I tell a lie. I actually think that there's a yarn that I maybe had gotten from Hobby Lobby that was similar. I'm looking up into my hoard to see if I can find it. You guys, this summer I made a big deal about dividing up my yarn by size rather than type. And I think I'm gonna pull it all out. I mean, I'm still gonna leave my cotton yarn here. That is a good decision. And then I'm still gonna keep some of my European yarn, some that I got from Mary's Chit Chat from Ireland. Some of that I got from way long time ago with, what was that gal's name? We did a yarn swap baby. She's in Australia. I can't remember her name, I'm sorry. She doesn't really do yarn anymore. Now she's more into Scientology and palm readings and such, or card readings. I don't know what that's called. But anyway, up here, I'm thinking I'm going back to dividing it by yarn. Like Hobby Lobby yarn, Red Heart, Karen Simply Soft, maybe my chunky yarn, maybe my Bella Coco yarn, maybe within those main categories. Because to be fair, I get my yarn from Bella Coco, Hobby Lobby, which is, I love this stuff, right? And then there's the Red Heart, there's the Karen, and then there's a few big twists. And then there's a little bit that I've got from Hirschner's. But otherwise, it's just a mess. I don't know where anything is. I don't know where anything is anymore. Okay, well, all that to just say that I finished the baby blanket. Then I took the absolute last of the yarn and I tried to make a hat. Well, I mean, I did make a hat, but it's just a plain hat. And it kind of looks like an eyeball at the top, doesn't it? I don't know if I'm going to leave it or if I'm going to pull it out. But this is exactly all the yarn. All I had were the little niblets that you cut off after you weave in your ends. So that is what I finished yesterday. And then after I just quick whipped this hat together with all the scraps, I then thought to myself, maybe you should have made a pair of booties. Is there enough yarn there to make booty? I don't know. The things that I want to do today down in my craft hoard is I really should try to tidy this up. Excuse me, I'm drinking in a Starbucks cup, but it's not Starbucks coffee. It is some that I got at TJ Maxx. It has Mickey and Minnie Mouse on it. It smells like mocha strawberry. Doesn't taste that way though. I am going to start a scarf. I'm going to chain across and I'm making a good width. And then I'm going to give a brief write-up because when I do the crochet club, I want to introduce the kids to what it looks like to read a pattern. I know there's plenty of tutorials online, but I think pattern reading is a good skill. And so if I can start them at the same time as doing like an in-class tutorial and looking at the pattern, it might get them going on a world of pattern reading. I mean, sometimes there's patterns that you don't have tutorials for, and it's just nice to get that going. So I do need to make this scarf today. My sister, Bree, from Beads of Hope by Bree, who's typically been using crochet to make rosaries, she has ventured into the world I like to call of real crochet, and she is making scarves for her class. She is highly stressed by it, though, because she doesn't think she has enough time. She's got, I want to say 17 kids in her class, and she's new to the real crochet. She's been doing the chaining with the rosaries and then putting a bead on, sliding the bead up and whatnot. But this is her first time doing real crochet, and she wanted to change colors, and the poor thing got overwhelmed with weaving in her ends. And then she wanted to try to get, like we try to figure out an easier way to go around it, crocheting over it or pulling the colors up the side. And I think she just settled on the fact that you're going to have to cut it and weave in your ends. This blanket here that I made for my nephew, I had quite a few ends on either side to weave in, and It's the worst part, but I feel like I can watch videos while I'm doing it a little better. And so you just get it done. It probably took me about an hour after making this to do the ends. I thought about trying to make him a little toy. I have all those little crochet amigurumi books, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll pull this out and make something. Maybe this is just going to be a yarn chat video. The other thing that I have here to show you, besides besides that blanket, as I went to Joann's. I'm so sorry, my throat hurts. And I was actually specifically looking for the Big Twist Living in the rainbow color that Mama Llama Kayla has been using for the border of one of her blankets she's been working on. We did a crochet and chat the other day. Well, she did the video and I just listened to her. So I went to my Joann's to try to find it. Now they have the Big Twist Living, but they do not have that beautiful bright rainbow. It's like in primary colors. And so I had to buy something else. Now the one thing I did buy that I had not seen before was this Karen Jumbo Ombre. I've seen Red Heart Ombre, but I haven't seen the Karen one. And these are pinks and purples, and I like it. I might make a baby blanket out of that. Or a shawl. Jane Wynn, quite a while ago, had put a pattern on Ravelry for a shawl she made in ombre yarn that I had printed out. I don't think it's in Ravelry anymore. I don't think she's a fan of them. So I'm not sure if I can't find it. I don't know where she posts her patterns now. Then also they had their Go-Go on clearance. Now the last time I bought their Go-Go's, they were buy 3, get 2 free, or buy 3, get 3 free. I don't remember. I bought a lot. But I bought more. They're $3.97 each now, which I think is reasonable for the Go-Go's. I bought these because I thought these would be good scarf yarn for the kids. I gave up a lot of my extra yarn the last time we did this, and then some very wonderful subscriber friend sent a bunch of Lion Brand Chunky, and I gave them a lot of that. And then the summer, I donated to the community center after organizing this hoard. So I bought this pink and green, which makes me think of kiwi. I wonder what they called it. For some reason, finding the names of them have gotten harder for me. What is it called? Latte. Latte. Oh, no. That's all the different languages. It's like French, Spanish. No, this is called Lime Frost and Soft Pink. I guess they're right about this. And this one's called, they're not very creative on the colors, Patagonia, and Glacier. I think that's all I bought. Those 2 colors. I got 3 of the kiwi and 2 of the Glacier. I also bought myself these cute reading glasses. I've had to solidly move into needing reading glasses. No hands down, no question about it. If I want to see like something I'm crocheting up close or looking on my phone, I have to have them. And these ones are teal and purple. They look cute. Up till now, I've been only wearing black ones, and my daughter said these were shocking. But then I just popped them up there. Yeah, so that's really all I did. I got these for the crochet club. Last year I had about 30 boys and girls actually. To be fair, it was like 2 or 3 boys, but still it was a lot. I'm a little concerned because the 2 teachers that I asked that helped me last year might not be able to this year. But I also said this year only 4th and 5th graders. Kind of broke my heart to say that because I do love the 3rd graders. Obviously, they're the freshest that I had just had. But it just seemed so hard to teach the 3rd graders compared to the 4th and 5th graders. The 4th and 5th graders picked it up much quicker. And then the 3rd graders struggled with a real tight chain. And I just decided that, if I'm not going to have those other two teachers helping me out, I really need to keep the numbers low. And so I probably will have like 15 to 20 4th and 5th graders. And all of them crocheted last year. So that should be a little bit easier. Maybe in the spring, I'll do an introduction class for just the 3rd graders. Introduction to chaining. That's what I'll do. And then maybe have the 4th and 5th graders help the little ones. So that is all that I have. My grand total that I spent at Hobby Lobby on these 5, 6 skeins of yarn, this was regular price, was $28, which I think is a really good deal. I don't have the calculator right up here right now to tell you how much that is per skein, but that's what it came up to, $28 for 6 skeins of yarn. So I was impressed. And then my Joann's is doing something very strange where they have these carts up at or these like racks. And when you leave, they say, you can choose anything off of these racks to have for free. And they had some plastic tulips, like fake plastic tulips in a little thing. And they had some, I can't even tell you, guys. It was just junk. I hate to say that. But I chose a dishcloth. It said regular price $12.99. And it said something about the sun on it. And I figured, well, a dishcloth is always needed. So I took that. There wasn't any crafty things. Like, it wasn't like yarn. Maybe that's why I felt like it was junk. But it was just like the leftover stuff in clearance that nobody's buying. That's like 2 seasons ago. Because some of the stuff was Easter. But whatever, it was free. So I took a dishcloth and I added it. And so with the cost of the original price dishcloth being $12.99... I'm saving all my receipts now because my husband said because I get YouTube money that I can deduct this. So now I am forced to being organized and saving my receipts. Although I don't remember where I was saving them. And I know, and especially with the yarn, not buying yarn all summer, I don't have a lot of them. And I finally, as you can see, finally broke that. I bought this one loan at Hobby Lobby last week, and then this weekend I bought these yarns. But to be honest, this is all for the kids. It's not going in my stash. This is the only one going into my stash. Okay. This week there's going to be this video, a yarn chat video, and then also I made a video about teaching. I think I'm going to call it teaching tips because it's summer's tips and stitches, and I'm a teacher and a crafter. That's just how it is. And so if you are not interested in all of the teaching tips, I'm going to try very carefully to have the thumbnail all be the same picture so that you can easily identify, and it's me with my cute new haircut. You know how when you leave the salon, your hair looks perfect, and the next day you go to do your hair and it looks like a toddler did your hair? Well, I have the picture with my perfect hair from the salon, and then I have a picture zoomed up. We had somebody take pictures of drone on National Day of Prayer, and everybody was holding hands outside and praying around our school. So you can't see any Nuggets faces, but you can see the playground. So that will be the thumbnail for the teaching videos. And this one is on classroom management strategies. Different things I do in the classroom to keep the behavior under control. Because when you get more than 15 Nuggets, little 2nd graders in a room, it's a party. And so that is the other video, and hopefully I'll get a 3rd video out there this week. But like I said, with the cold this weekend and not feeling very good and just finishing that blanket, I don't really have a lot to chat about. So it's 1 yarn chat, 1 teacher video this week. Unless something ooh, you know what I just remembered? I'm going to try to do Spirit Week with Mama Llama Kayla. I'll put a link in the description to the video where she talks about it. I think that starts tomorrow. So I might do like a little mini vlog each day with me doing, like I think the first thing is hat day. So I'll try to do that. I might not have a lot to say in each of those videos, but I'll try. Okay, that's all. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Thanks for sharing and watching my videos. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.